My name is Shelby Willis, and this study covers political persuasion on social media. In a world full of colorful and intriguing stories, the media can, however, be so gray. We live in an era that allows society to be incredibly dependent on social media. The media has evolved so rapidly and immensely that it has a significant impact on users' thoughts, attitudes, behaviors, and everyday lives as a whole. The effect of a two-step flow of communication further influences people's beliefs towards particular information, especially that regarding political information. Among the scholarly journals that I have gathered and studied, I have found that there is a significant amount of bias and fake news in the media that people are either incidentally or intentionally exposed to, and there's also a distinct presence of opinion leaders in the media. This study will address these questions. What role do social networking sites play in the flow of communication? What is the two-step flow of communication? What is an opinion leader, and what role do they play in social media-based messages? And last but not least, what effect do fake and biased news have on viewers? Let's dive into the theoretical background. Katz and Lazarsfeld conducted a 1944 study that led them to develop the theory of the two-step flow of communication. This theory asserts that a message from the media moves through two distinct phases. The message begins with a minority of individuals called opinion leaders who pay close attention to the media. These opinion leaders then send messages to a wider audience with their own interpretations of the media. According to Goxie, opinion leaders may be defined as those who bring in new information, ideas, and opinions, then disseminate them down to the masses, and thus influence the opinion and decisions of others by a fashion of word of mouth. In this day and age, the majority of people rely on social networking sites to provide the information that they want and need. Although this information may not be objective and it may provide a biased point of view, society still indulges in this information to create their own biased content on social media. According to Fletcher and Nielsen, among the three most popular social networking sites, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, there are approximately 2.3 billion active users. These networking sites now serve as news outlets and contribute to the high-choice media environment of the 21st century. Also, according to Fletcher and Nielsen, empirical research shows a relationship between news consumption and political participation. The majority of news that individuals consume on social media regards political matters, but some of this is filtered through algorithms to provide content that will coincide with these viewers' own political views. These social networking sites also serve as a zone for fake news to be consumed, and the dissemination of this fake news has become a widespread phenomenon in today's society. According to Balmo, every second, approximately 6,000 new tweets appear on Twitter and 50,000 new posts are created on Facebook. This abundance of false and biased information provided by the mass media compels society to form assumptions and opinions based on the news that they're exposed to. According to Ellie Holiday, there's a growing body of evidence of bias in the media caused by underlying political and socioeconomic viewpoints. Opinion leaders that are politically inclined portray messages in ways that represent their own private interests. Therefore, the bias and fake news distributed through the media may be provided by some of these opinion leaders. The majority of the population turns to social media for news during political elections, specifically presidential ones. An article by Susan Coy says that according to the Pew Internet and American Life Project, 74% of Internet users, over half of the entire adult population of the United States, went online both to communicate about politics and to obtain news during the 2008 election. During the 2016 presidential election, a large amount of fake news was disseminated through the Twitter platform. According to Bovin and Maxey, an average of 1.1 million tweets per day during the 2016 presidential election concerned the two main candidates, Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. This illustrates the overwhelming flow of influential content concerning political matters, specifically political figures and the parties that they represent, on Twitter alone. Not only do opinion leaders exist on social media and attract non-opinion leaders to engage in interaction, but this problem continues in a political setting, and it affects how mass audiences view and form opinions about political leaders and issues. These opinion leaders have a tight rein on those social networking site users and they're constantly pulling them back in for more when they post content expressing their opinions that others may view as factual information. Ultimately, as a politically elite, an opinion leader's job is to link the divide between the politically aware and the politically unaware. This research has proved to be effective, and while it has provided information that has surprised me, it has also aligned with many of my predictions. My biggest takeaway from my research is the significant impact of political news, fake or biased, distributed through the two-step flow of communication. The presence of this problem affects people's views and actions, and it is essentially a cause of the political protests and arguments that take place today. Unfortunately and undoubtedly, this problem will continue and expand as time goes on, technology evolves even further, and the unbreakable bond between people and social media remains. And these are my references.